Hello everyone, VJose32 back again with another deck review. Today we are looking at the Art of the Patent playing cards from Art of the Patent. I believe that's what they go by. The website is artofthepatent.com. There's 4 different decks from their Kickstarter project, all USB-C printed. They started off with 2 and then they added the others as stretch goals. Obviously red, blue, green, purple. Each one has a different type theme. This is all about patents and historical stuff, so I kind of like that type of stuff. Front of the box says Art of Patent, and patent is actually an anagram, so if you turn it around it still says patent one way or the other, and it says playing cards, and you get 4 pips, and you see some blueprint type diagrams on some type patent stuff. Obviously on the one side it says made in USA, for a little trademark thing, that says artofthepatent.covum. Whoops, slight spelling error, because I'm pretty sure covum is not a thing. Maybe one day, but right now if you go to artoftheplay.covum, it's not going to work. The other side, they could have made sure that was correct. Small thing. The other side says celebrating over 200 years of patent drafting artistry, and that's what this is. Basically is drafting art. Exactly what it is. Top says, I believe, just poker cards. The bottom is a barcode and some little USB-C trademark stuff. And the back, it shows you, this one is famous, and it shows you some things like the Rubik's Cube, light bulb, a Slinky, and the Statue of Liberty. The blue one is classic, and it shows you a helmet and a few other things we might look at. The green one is amusement parks, and it has some rides and stuff like that. And the purple one is vehicles, and you see a plane and a bike, and this is like a submarine, old school, and a hot air balloon. Standard USB-C seal in black, and we'll get into them. Right now each one is different. I'm not going to go through every card and every deck because that would take a ginormous amount of time. I don't want you to sit here for half an hour. Most of my videos are long enough as it is. So I'll put that aside. This is the red one. All the cards come with this. All the decks come with this card. It says the Art of the Patent. How to look up a complete patent. It's instructions on how to find these patents. And you would go to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office website. Enter the number seen on the cards and search. Or you can use another free patents online website. So that's pretty cool. The other side is an advertisement for their book, where you can get all these designs in their book. Over 200 designs from over 200 years. Over 200 pages of patent drafting artistry from the last 200 years. Really cool. Somewhat wish I had gotten that, but I'm not going to right now. And all the cards, all the decks come with a double backer, which is rather pointless because you would never use this deck for a magic trick that I could think of. At least not one that you need a double backer. Plus, the cards are also a one-way back design, as you can possibly tell. Art of the Patent is mirror imaged in the center, but you got 4 pips, and the design in there is actually one way, so having patent mirror image like that seems kind of unnecessary. And a double backer is also kind of unnecessary. This one, of course, is all famous patents. The Jokers, a Joker in the corner, Art of the Patent, and artofthepatent.com on the bottom. They're all going to be basically the same. And it tells you on one side what it is. This is a novelty ski hat. And it tells you the designer name on the other side, Constantine Sargentini, and the patent number on top. So that's really cool. The other Joker, more of the same, except it's a ventriloquist dummy. And no, my lips are not moving. This is a ventriloquist video, but I'm not going to get into that right now. The aces, this one obviously has the electric lamp by Thomas Edison. The number cards, all the cards except for the Jokers, and in this case the quote cards. Well, all the number cards and aces, they had the patents. They tell you what it is. On one side, the name of the person on the other, graded it, patent number, and on the bottom, a date. The only problem is The date is upside down, which I cannot even imagine why they would do that, because the cards are all blatant one-way faces. So why would you put that information upside down? That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Really stupid design element. It just makes no sense. If this was a mirror image deck, like some of the other decks we've seen from, like, say, Jody Eklund, that would be different. But it's not a mirror image deck. It's a one-way deck. One-way faces, one-way backs. By the way, the backs, they do look pretty cool when you fan them. Spread them just a little bit. Anyways, let's get to the cards. And not just kind of standard bright ass red. It's almost like a rusty red, which I think kind of fits. So the Ace of Spades is that. It's the light bulb, the electric lamp actually. The Ace of Hearts is a manipulative puzzle cube, aka the Rubik's Cube, which is only patented in 2005 somehow, despite the fact that's from like the 1970s or 80s, 1980s for sure. The Ace of Clubs is a headdress, clearly Batman. Surprised that wasn't a copyright issue. And here we got a toy or similar article, which is from Walt Disney. It's Mickey Mouse. The court cards have different famous people. This is Stephanie Knowles. I'm not going to even, Stephanie Kwolek. Sorry, I'm looking at it upside down. Stephanie Kwolek, don't know what she did. Benjamin Franklin, of course, he invented the mail. Steve Jobs with his iPhone, of course, he invented the Apple basically, or at least popularized it. And there is a little, these are not actual hand-drawn, these are actual pictures that they took from like wiki websites, so they got little trademark stuff on the sides. This is Maria Telks. Nikola Tesla, of course, for his electrical stuff. Alexander Graham Bell for the phone. Hedy Lamarr. Walt Disney, of course. And Thomas Edison, who invented the lamp, the light bulb. And here we got Martha Costin and Henry Ford. Of course, he invented the Ford vehicle. And Samuel Morse with the Morse code. You get to the number cards, they all feature the same stuff with the patent and the date upside down and creator name and what it is. And they feature pips along the top and bottom for the value. Where 9 pips for 9 of spades. And this is a toy action figure by George Lucas, something Star Wars related, no doubt. This is the Slinky. I used to have one. It's probably still around somewhere. The tablet, screwdriver, etc., etc. I'm not going to go through all of them. Oh, look at that. This must be Star Wars or Star Trek or something. Anyways, basically this one is all about famous things that you maybe use, day-to-day life. I'll put that aside. Keep everything together here. The blue one is classic stuff. You get the same cards, the same double knacker. It's like a blue jean color. It's, again, almost kind of fitting, I would say. The jokers on this one, basically the same as before, except this one is a novelty wig. And the other one is a different novelty wig. Don't know who would wear that, but there it is. The Ace of Spades in this one is a train order signal. This is an envelope printing machine. You'll see with this one, with the classic, there's a lot more machines and equipment, stuff like that. This one is an amusement ride device. The Ace of Clubs, and the Ace of Diamonds is a chain making machine. And yes, the zipper is on one of the cards. I don't know if we'll get to it or not, but it's in here somewhere. The court cards on this one feature just different kinds of figures and dolls and stuff like that, as opposed to actual people. Like this is a figure of somebody with a eyeglass and eyeglass holder. Dates back to 1905. This one is just a doll. This is a fireman's suit that's being modeled. This one is a musical instrument support, the strap on the guitar that's being modeled. This is a scrubbing device, aka a mop. Statue, whoops. This is a buoyant, bulletproof combat uniform that's being modeled. This is a seat planter. That's got to date back to, 1900, no doubt. Statuette, because it's female. A cigar lighter that's being modeled here. And this one, you notice the hearts and diamonds on red, spades and clubs in black, with a nice little border detail as well. And this is a toy figure. What is that? I don't even know his name, but I know he's from Star Wars. I don't really watch Star Wars. Don't hate me. I'm more of a Star Trek guy. And this one is a statue, of course, of Liberty. And then we get into the number cards. Same as before. This is in the 8 of spades, a bridge for stringed instruments. And you see it displayed there. That's a Reigns, old school. Opera glass, basically binoculars for opera. Here we got a oil rig. So that's the kind of stuff, a gun. That's the kind of stuff you get in this deck. More apparatus type stuff. And other stuff like that. What is that? That is a surfboard. There you go. All sorts of interesting stuff in that one. We'll get into the amusement parks one next. And the tuck cases are just standard USB-C. Nothing spectacular about them. You get the same cards in this one. And it's a green color, of course. A dark green. Which again, almost kind of fitting, because in amusement parks you might find, well, I don't know what to say, but you might find a lot of bushes and trees, always based on playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's for sure. Anyways, the ace of spades in this one. Where are the jokers? I screwed that up. The jokers in this one, you get a clown doll. And you get a jointed figure. It's all about the joints. Anyways. So, the rest of the cards are all basically amusement rides. Here we got a bobsled amusement ride in the ace of spades. Knockdown merry-go-round. Passenger restraint apparatus. And reverse swing oscillating amusement ride. And I don't really go to amusement rides because I've got enough dizziness as it is. The court cards, it looks like they just kind of didn't even bother. Unfortunately, they're just basically standard court cards with a grayish color to them. Well, pretty much it's a grayish color. And the spades and clubs have little figure details on them, like you'd expect on a blueprint. And hearts and diamonds do not. And I think the hearts and diamonds have more of a grayish color to them. All these spades and clubs are more just black and white, which is pretty interesting. And then the number cards, they feature more rides. This is an amusement ride. This is a candy cotton forming machine. An amusement ride and roller coaster vehicle. There's all sorts of stuff like that just on the vehicles, different rides, different attractions. Vehicles for the rides. There's a fun house in there somewhere. And lastly, the vehicle ones. That's for last, maybe. I don't know. And it is in purple, and well, the color scheme doesn't fit with anything particularly unless you like purple cars. But it is what it is. It's a nice color scheme. And no, I have not handled them very much, so they're still brand new basically. So the one Joker has the robot for crushing vehicles. Roost of Crush, as they would say in the WWE. This is a pedal-operated mower. Hey, that would be a good thing for today's day and age. It doesn't say when it dates from. The Jokers don't have dates on them for some unknown reason, but it's good exercise. You sit down on this little tricycle thing and pedal your way over your lawn, get a workout, and you don't have to use any gas for your mower or anything like that. I don't know, it'd be cool to see that. You don't see those anymore. I've never seen them in my life except for here. This one is an aircraft propulsion system. So this one you get vehicles, engines, stuff like that. Here is the motorcycle engine. Here is a space capsule. And automobile transportation pallet, which is like a conveyor system, I guess, in the factory. The quote cards in this one, again, feature pictures of actual people like Amelia Earhart, Wilbur Wright, one of the fathers of flight. This is Charles Kettering. I don't remember what he did. Sally Ride. Again, I'm not sure what she did, but I want to say that obviously she's involved with NASA. She might have been one of the first females in space, or maybe she's one that died on the Challenger. I can't recall. Henry Ford, once again. Granville Woods. Don't know what he did. Elon Musk. I think he's with... Is that the guy with SpaceX? And Charles Lindbergh. Florence Lawrence. Orville Wright, the other father of flight. Werner von Braun, again, can't exactly tell you what he did, and Dorothy Levitt. And then the number cards, more the same as before. This is a direct lift aircraft, aka a helicopter. It's very interesting to see these designs where you see, you know, this is, they came up with this. They said, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is going to be a helicopter. And lo and behold, it worked out. Their plans worked out, and they patented that. And got helicopters. Here is a long span bridge, suspension bridge, hot air balloon, solar powered hot air balloon. Actually, never seen that before. And doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of hot air, because it's not hot air, it's solar powered? And that's from 1979. Apparently, it never lifted off or took off, if you will. And a tire tread, and they're all this kind of vehicle, street signs, vehicles, space vehicles, etc., etc. Anyway, I like these type of decks. I think they're really cool. It's different. It's unique. The back design is fine for what it is. It kind of works because it's a one-way faces, so why not one-way backs? And yeah, they're pretty cool. I do think I wouldn't mind seeing, you know, Jody Eklund's take on one of these. Obviously, he would hand draw all the quote cards, and it would probably be a much nicer back design and tuck case. But overall, pretty cool decks for what they are. And I would probably say 7 out of 10. Just because there are some issues like the unnecessary upside down dates on the bottom of the cards, which is, like I said, kind of stupid. I have to say, just because it makes no sense. And the misprint on the tuck case, which is completely avoidable. Outside of that, they are bicycle stock air cushion finish, so they handle as good as could be expected. As you can probably tell from my fanning and flourishing, at least with my skills. And it is what it is. Again, also the double backer seems like it's a miss, because what are you going to do with a double backer in a deck like this? This is for magic purposes, so I mean, it is what it is. But overall, solid decks. I like them. You know what? I'll say 7.5 out of 10. They're pretty cool. I like them. That is that. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll see you next time with more. And also, don't forget to check out my sponsor, Murphy's Magic. Special thanks to them. Now, that is that. I'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like.